Hey y'all, welcome back to learn more about the evening breath. You already know it, at least you've had written material on it, and it's so natural. It's actually, I think, the easiest part of the whole program. And it's also easiest because it doesn't require much physical activity, much physical effort. It does require some focus, some garnering of our attention toward what we want to create. And I'll explain that in a little bit. And this one, I'm not really going to demonstrate it for you much because there's so little to see. It is breathing in and out of the nose. If you want to use the mouth, that's okay. And breathing in and out of the nose, totally relaxed. And for me, this is pretty comfortable to be sitting on the floor. Well, you probably can't even see that I'm sitting on the deck here. Um, if that's not comfortable for you to sit, you could sit on a cushion, you could sit on a chair. What you don't want to do is sit too far back like this, because then it gets much harder to keep your focus where you want it to be. This one literally can be just 5 minutes. If you want to take it up to 15 or even half an hour, that's okay. I call it moon breath or evening breath because it's best done toward the part of the day when we're declining in terms of our energy and we're headed toward rest and relaxation, integration. And that's another key component of what the moon breath is all about, is about integrating. So practical terms, in and out of the nose, just totally relaxed. Where on the sun breath, where we're, efforting to bring the breath in, on the moon breath, just relaxed. And it's totally even in and out. Like in yoga, what we would call samavriti, same wave breath. In this one, no suspensions whatsoever. You're gonna just keep the breath flowing all the time. And in more therapeutic approaches to the breath, I talk about it as a infinity sort of breath, so which means that you're inhaling until you're exhaling, until you're inhaling, until you're exhaling. Key point: no pauses. You just keep the breath going, keep it flowing. And I think that's probably the most difficult part, or the part that requires the most mental or attentional activity, is because it's easy to get into a pause before or a pause after. We all have a tendency or a habit in that way, which is part of what we're conditioning or training ourselves to remove or replace, better put, replace with a constantly flowing breath, so that we are constantly flowing with existence, energy in, energy out. All right. Now, what does it do for you, the moon breath? As said, it is integration. It's also awareness. It's also it is very much like meditation, although for our purposes, you don't need to try and stop your thoughts or even count. And if stuff comes up, that's okay. Stuff comes up. Meaning, if thoughts come up, if you get into thinking about what you're going to do tonight, or what should have been done, or what I wish would have happened, or what's good, when the thoughts start going, it's okay. That's all right. When you can, you just come back to your breath and noticing the breath. And what we'll find is a little bit like in the writing practice that we do is, first there will be a wave of this thought, and then we kind of, oh, actually I don't need to follow that, I can come back. And then there'll be another wave of thoughts, and with each one they kind of just drop away and we settle down. Make sense? All right. It's really super easy. It's, breathing into the belly, in and out of the nose, just breathing continuously. And then you want to follow that moon breath with the writing. That's a great time for it, because you will have settled down into your being, if that makes sense. You'll be more into your core, into your heart, into your essence. Less in the head, less in the beta brainwave. You'll get more into alpha brainwave by doing this. And the result is, from there, it's easier to communicate with the unconscious, easier for the unconscious to communicate with us, however you want to look at that. It's easy to make sense of things that might not have made sense. It's easy to resolve complications or consternations that can happen in the mind, just by the breathing and then the expressing. All right, y'all, I hope that is helpful. I hope it makes even a little bit more sense to you. Enjoy the sweet moon breath. Enjoy the rest. Thank you, and I'll see you soon.